a good way to help you understand APA is if you break it into two separate components. One we can call format and the other we will call style. Format refers to the layout. It would be the font, the margins, the spacing, organization, the title page, the abstract, the reference page. It would also include documentation, parenthetical citations, reference page, reference entries. It would include the headers, the level 1 headings, the level 2 headings, the running head at the top, all of that formatting, all of that, the way the paper is physically laid out. Those types of things we would call format. That's actually the easiest part of the APA overall type of writing. And you might think, really, there's so many rules. I know there's a lot of rules. But the easy thing about APA format is the fact that there's a right and a wrong answer, and there's a book that you can look at. Actually, there's multiple books. There's multiple resources you have that you can look it up, and if you just follow the instructions, you can get it right. The other component to APA writing would be style. And even though most people call all of it style, remember, we're breaking it into two components, format and style. So format's the physical layout of the paper, all the pieces, and then style is actually the manner in which the content is written. So it's how you are writing your paper, how you're writing the actual content, the actual text of the paper. And so if we start looking at it in these two ways, I think it's going to make it easier for you to understand. One of the best resources you have for helping you format your paper, formatting, font, margins, spacing, the headers, the running head, page numbers, all of that, because it can get a little daunting, especially if you're not particularly tech savvy. So one of the best resources you have is at the Center for Student Success. Along the left side, when you're here in Sakai, go to Writing Resources. You'll see that you've got all these great writing resources for any type of paper. You also have a lot of resources here for APA, but this is what I want you to look at, template paper in APA. So click on that, hit OK to open it, click on Enable Editing, and then this is the best part, is that it's all set up for you. Here's your running head, because see, your header on the first page and your header on the second page are different, and that's taken care of. Your page numbers, your spacing, your margins, everything. So all you have to do is replace the information with your own. So for this, I'm going to replace where it says abbreviated title in all caps, and it tells you all caps, so make sure you do it in all caps. So I'm going to put my cap lock on. I'm going to put my own title in there, space that so that I get it back to where it needs to be, hit a tab to move it over, and then I have my header for my very first page, for my title page, my cover page, done. Something Clever, that's the name of my paper. So then down here, I'm going to put the title of my paper again. And this would be, because this is the abbreviated title, this is my full title. And then for my name, I would put my name in here. Oh, went a little too far. Methodist College. And then if I wanted to add the course, I might put it in, there we go. So now my title page is done. Then I'd come down to the first page, which is my first page of actual text, or the body of my paper. And again, I'm going to have to put in my abbreviated title in all caps. And you might think you just did that. Well, remember that the heading on the header for the first page and the header for then the subsequent pages are different. So make sure you have your cap lock on again and put in that abbreviated title. And then now all of your headers are done. See how easy that is? Then here where it says full title of your paper, again, put in the full title. Please note that it is not in bold, so do not bold it. Leave it the way it is. Okay, here, this is the space for your introduction. There's lots of great information here to tell you what goes in each section. This, where it says first main idea of the paper, this is what they call a level 1 heading. A secondary idea, this that goes underneath that first one, is a level 2 heading. And it's all set up for you, so it shows you level 1 headings, level 2 headings. This would be another level 1 heading. And then it talks to you about what your reference list would be like and actually shows you your reference page. Now what's great here is that the page break has already been put in for you, so your reference page will always start at the top of its own page. Leave references just like it is, and then this also shows you how to format these reference entries because if you notice, it's called a hanging indent, where the first line of the citation is in a line to the left, and every subsequent line is indented. So it's what's called a hanging indent, which can be a little tricky if you don't know how to do it, but it's already taken care of for you. It's already formatted as hanging indents, so you just have to take out what's there and put in your own. So it's this wonderful resource for you that's available, again, at the Center for Student Success, and I highly suggest that you use it. There are several parts to an APA paper. The first part, if you want to think about it, or page, would be your cover page, which you've already seen on the template. The next part is the abstract, which gets a page of its own. Now, it comes right after the cover page and before the main text. You won't always have an abstract. That will be up to the instructor who assigns it and up to the publication if you're actually trying to publish an article. The next section, which is the biggest, would be considered the body or the main text of your paper. That's the paper itself. When people say, you know, this is the paper, that's what they're talking about. So that would include your introduction, your body paragraphs, and a conclusion. The last part is your reference page. The reference page starts at the top of its own page and will include all of the sources that you referenced in your paper.